Please welcome to the stage Scott and Sue Olson, Black Diamond Distributors from Alpine, Utah.
Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns.
Well, it's great to be here today. Guess we've changed a little bit since that video. What do you think, huh? Things have a way of changing in life, don't they? You know, you've heard all these people get up here and they're just extemporaneous. But me, I got to be behind the pulpit, and you see I got a few notes here. It's kind of that comfort zone we all get into in life. But on a little bit of a more serious note, I just wanted to make a few comments about what this journey's really truly been like. You know, we all need to be visionaries, folks, and we have to have an attitude that we will never quit. And we have to live with hope. And for Sue and I, that's what this journey's really been all about for us. If you've ever experienced a failure in your life, you need to take another look and ask yourself this question: did I quit too soon? Did I really, truly just quit too soon before I gave myself a chance to really see if I could make it? Because you see, the greatest power that we all have in our lives is the power to choose, to make a choice. And in this business, as in life, the hope lies not in the deviations, but it's in the vision of the plan and the ability to get back on track when we fall off. Good distributors, even great distributors, they get off track sometimes. The key is they have a plan and they get back on track and they keep the vision in front of them. We've all got challenges in our lives. Many of you are going through those challenges now. Visiting with many of you over the last few days, I've learned that some of you are in challenges today. There was a girl that yesterday at 9:30 was hauled out of here on a gurney and sent to the LDS hospital because she thought she was having a heart attack, and she spent the entire day at the LDS hospital. And they checked her out and gave her a full bill of health, and she's here with us today, Lisa Mack, and we're so grateful that you're here with us today. During the More Project, when we were up here and we were making our donations, I had Warren Bakke walk up to me and say, "Scott, you don't know how deep this reaches into the core of me as a person, because I grew up as a young boy in an orphanage." Warren, we love you and appreciate your commitment to the cause of this company. What everyone needs to know is that as long as you don't quit, you won't fail. You just have to stay with it. The key leaders in this company that you've heard and will hear in the next little while, the difference is that they have this no-quit attitude. They're ignorance on fire. Most of us don't know what we're doing. But what we do know is that we're just going to continue to do something. And so we're all about ignorance on fire. In less than an hour or two, this convention will end. The last applause will sound. You'll shake the last hand and you'll give the last hug. And soon we'll all be on a plane or in a car and we'll be heading home. And we'll be faced with many choices. And sooner or later, you're going to have to face those choices. Remember this statement: character is the ability to carry out a worthy decision long after the emotion of making that decision is gone. You will face adversity. Sue and I have faced adversity in the last 4 years since we sat down with Dallin in June of 2003, and he shared this vision with us. We in turn shared our vision with him, and I said to Dallin, "I will never quit you. Don't you ever quit me." And that was the vision that we came into this company with. And once you make those private decisions in your car or in your plane when you're alone, folks, that's when your private victory will begin. And soon you'll be up here on this stage with a public victory, but it's up to you. I'd like to turn the time over to Sue and have her tell you about her private victory in her life. You want to walk out on the stage, Sue?
Yeah. They gave us a few extra minutes because Dallin wanted me to share my story with you. Scott and I have kind of been quiet in the past, but I'm going to share some really private parts of me because our convention is on life. I was born hearing impaired. I am deaf in my left ear, partially deaf in my right ear, and I don't know why I'm getting so emotional, I guess, Scott, because this has been my life. And you have seen some of the things that my daughter has done and myself. I want you to know we've enjoyed music our whole lives, and a lot of people have said to me, how do you do that being hearing impaired? And I guess a little bit of my story, I was blessed to have people around me that never said, you can't do that. I came out of the womb. My parents at first thought I was really incredibly rude because I stared at people and I didn't listen. They didn't find out till I was in 3rd grade that I even had a hearing impairment. They thought there was something else wrong with me, like rudeness. I don't know. But along the way, I learned some pretty powerful lessons in my young life, and they've carried me through into my adult life, and they are. You've got to learn to let things roll off your back. You've got to learn, it's all about your attitude. And thanks. It really is about attitude. There are those of you out in the audience that have bigger challenge than my little hearing loss. I've learned to compensate. I read lips. I hear a little bit. I'm going blind, though. It was my old age. But it is about attitude. It's about being the best you can be with what you have to give. And what I have to give is an incredible love for life, an incredible happiness that I am who I am. I learned early to pick my battles, and I don't have time in life to worry about what I don't have, but what I can do and what I need to do with my family, with my friends, with my God, and with everybody else, everything else I have in my life. And I appreciate being a part of Monavie and a part of having the opportunity to share a little bit with you. And Dallin has asked me to leave you with a song, and so I'm going to tell you just a little bit about it before I play it. Oh. Okay. I forgot the story Dallin loves most. I'm sorry. I have to give credit to Scott for a minute for helping me.
That's not what I said to her at all. I did not say that to her. That's not what I
He
said
really
to
didn't.
her.
In terms of personal growth, I married this incredible man, I do have to share this with you, who used to lay on the couch because I never played the piano for anybody till I was 21. I had had so much rejection and criticism in my young life that I did not want that one part that I loved so much to be criticized and to be taken away from me. That was my little place that I could go and be safe. And I learned after I married Scott to step out a little bit at a time. I never talked before I got married, and now he can't shut me up. But when I did start to date Scott, I didn't walk around as a teenage girl with a sign posted on the back of my thing, "I'm deaf, treat me accordingly." So Scott and I were driving on our first date, and here he is, this big macho guy, and I'm this little girl sitting next to him like this. totally glued to him so I could see his lips. That is how I made sense of the noise that I heard, what noise I heard. And so I was glued to his lips, and it was getting dark. And he, of course, with all of his male ego, was sitting there thinking, man, what am I going to do with this chick? She's totally in love with me. Okay, we've used up all of our time. I'm going to leave you with a song. I'm going to play my own little arrangement of His River, His Peace, because it brings me peace to play this song, and really it's one of my most favorite. And this is way out of my comfort zone to do this. So those of you who are worrying about talking to somebody about Montague, come and talk to me. This is the biggest piano recital I think I've ever done.